Now, time for the perfect game player of the week. Derek Curiel had a damn week. He's having a summer. Check out the senior at Orange Lutheran High School in California, a three-time perfect game All-American, 6'2", 175. He's committed to LSU. He is a senior outfielder in West Covina, California, and the third-ranked overall player on Perfect Game's list. Hit 588 at 17U World Wood Bat Association in July. Big numbers, putting his walks together, too, to get the OPS over 1,500 back then. So let's give it up for Derek right now joining us on FT Live. You got a good crew here, too, Derek. As an outfielder, we picked kind of the perfect time to bring you on. We got Jonesy and Kane with us. So congrats on being the perfect game player of the week. And how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me on. It's nice to be up here with two other great center fielders that I've been looking up to since I was a little kid. So thank you guys.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, want to know who's your favorite player in today's game, and who do you model your game after?
I would have to say my favorite player in today's game is Ronald Acuna. I mean, I love his passion for the game, and for me, I say I model my game after Christian Yelich, lefty, a lefty hitter like him, and he's also a California guy, but I feel like me and him have the same type of swing, kind of gap to gap, and not too much power, but we got it in there too. But my powers continue to grow, but I think Christian Yelich.
Okay, Lo. So give him the whole breakdown of what Yelly's like. Tell him what he's got to do to be like Yelly. Give me the whole routine of like when you would see him at the clubhouse through the end of the ball game because you played with him.
Just developing that routine. He's very consistent with his routine. He show up, make sure his body's ready to go, foam rolling, working out, taking swings in the cages. He's very consistent with his routine. So, once you get to that level, I hear you're going to LSU, and I'm sure you're going to go far in life, and, just develop a consistent routine. That's the most important thing, man. And just stick with it and keep going. And I just want to say something real quick. I was really impressed with your numbers. When I was in high school, I started playing baseball late, but when I was in high school, I signed Milwaukee, and when I got drafted and I flew out to Arizona, you start to meet your new teammates and new players, and we sit in the locker room and everyone's like, "Hey, what'd you hit in high school?" He's like, "Oh, I hit 600. Oh, I hit 530 or whatever the kids." I think I hit 330, and I was kind of embarrassed to kind of say my numbers, So I'm very impressed, man, with your numbers and the way you go about your business, man. So kudos to you. And just a quick question from me: what made you choose LSU?
Well, and I will like just follow up. There is a chance, I'm sure, okay, Derek, you get drafted in the right spot. You never know. Yeah. Could end up going straight to the pros too, right? I'll put a little side note in there just in case.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, the only answer to that question is Jay Johnson, the new head coach at LSU. When he was back at U of A, I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, and he was recruiting me, but I'd always told my mom I wanted to go to the SEC. And I said, "Mom, if that coach ever gets a job in the SEC, I'm going there." So as soon as it hit ESPN that he was going to LSU, I was going to be a Tiger. So I really respect Coach Jay Johnson. And, I mean, just look what he's done in 2 years at LSU. And that's a guy I want to play for. He's a great man and a great coach.
What did you think of LSU's season just now and seeing obviously two of the top players in college baseball on the same ball club and then getting drafted like that?
I mean, that's just the start for LSU, and I think that that's so cool because usually the best ranked team going into the season usually never comes out on top. It's just a thing that's happened in college, and LSU is finally able to snap that curse, and they, with all the high expectations, they exceeded them, and Dylan Cruz and Paul Skeens led the way, obviously, and I just think that's so cool that they were just number one in so many levels on how they went about their business, on being national champions, having the top 2 players in the draft. I just thought that was a great season for LSU, and that's just the start.
Hey, how has your perfect game experience been in terms of helping you play up against top level competition? I know you're in California. I mean, some guys we've spoken to, if they're in a state maybe that might not have as much competition as we see here, ball smoked up the middle. How much has this helped you in a lot of ways to be with like a high caliber level of talent and also have resources like we're looking at here? I mean, the analytics that guys are into now. I'm sure just about everybody that you're playing with there, they're like, yo, what's your top exit velocity, right? Like, what's your EV at?
Yeah, I mean, I owe a lot of my success to Perfect Game because being a California guy, there's a lot of good baseball down here in SoCal, but all the big events where you face big time arms and big time teams is in the East Coast, and Perfect Game runs those tournaments and those showcases. And my family sacrifices for me to go out there all summer. I mean, I was over on the East Coast for about 2 months this summer, and just playing with and against those guys in Perfect Game has just been so beneficial for me. And just getting to compete, like I said, with the best and against the best, just only helps me elevate my game because iron sharpens iron. And I mean, it's just been a great ride. And I'm excited that my travel ball is over. I'm a little sad, but now I'm getting ready for high school spring, and it's gonna be fun.
Hey, as a high school kid who had obviously college offers, but I went fortunate enough to go in the first round. Um, do you have a lot of people in your corner and your parents, could be again coaches, a lot of different people could be in your corner helping you make this decision on either if you're a first round pick or if you're not, if you're in the later rounds in the college route? Because I was fortunate enough to be a first round pick. I needed some money. So I signed, and it's been, I was fortunate enough to have a solid career. Um, so, what do you have anybody that's helping you make that decision of, if I'm a first rounder, that's really enticing to go play pro ball, which is a job, versus going and still getting the development of college, which some kids do need, and it's great for them.
Yeah, I mean, I have a great support system. My dad and my brother played college ball and high school ball, and I mean, I would say that they're my biggest mentors. And I mean, it's kind of just in the family. We're still thinking. I mean, it's really early. A lot of stuff can happen in a year. I got to stay healthy, but I mean, you can't go wrong. Either being a pro, what I've dreamed of since I was a kid, or going to the number one college in the country who just won a national championship, who just got the 1-2 picks. I mean, for me, I've been blessed to be able to have these options, and whatever way God leads me is the way I'm gonna go.
Love it.
Nice, man. Hey, you seem like a very humble and grounded kid, man. Never change, always stay that way, man. I like your demeanor, man. Just quick question for me: was center field your first love? Was baseball your first love? And also, did you start playing tournament ball at a very young age, or was it when you kind of got up in age?
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny story. I was always the kid who wanted the ball, so I'm a lefty, but probably until I was like 10 years old, I was the catcher on the team,
Oh wow.
and I was a catcher for a long, long time because really, when you're little, they don't hit the ball in the outfield, and I switched to center probably like in 10U, 11U, and then ever since I went in center, I never wanted to go anywhere else because there's a lot of action out there, and you got to run free and dive, throw it as hard as you can, and have fun. I mean, yeah. So ever since I've been in center, since I was about 10 years old, I've never left.
Nice.
Love that. Well, hey, keep doing your thing, man. You are super well spoken too. So it was a pleasure talking to you and getting these guys to have a little combo with you too, Derek. Good luck the rest of the summer, and we're looking forward to seeing the next steps for you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.